Hey Realty brokers, this is Timothy King. Number one, you guys are the greatest agents in the world. I enjoy talking to each one of you just almost every day or every few days, and it's a pleasure and a joy working with y'all. Y'all are knocking it out of the park. Here's Form Simplicity. We are into the 2022 real estate forms, and I just wanted to let you know there are a couple things you can do. When you go to your transactions, you can go over here to the status area over here on this here, and you can choose, new, active, pending, closed. And so this one is expired. That one no longer happening. So I put it expired, and then these statuses here will also be control these filters. These filters, you can choose pending, active, new. I've got these three, and then as we close deals or whatever, we do this. If I'm looking for a closed deal, I can uncheck these guys and just do closed, and then we can look up the closed. But I'm looking at these guys here. So, go down and apply the filters down here. Now, these filters, that'll bring up only the transactions that are active, new, active, or pending. And so it looks like we got about 4 pages or let me see, at 48 of them. Let's see how many pages we all got going on. Looks like just 1 page, so we have less than 48. So one thing you guys can do that would really help me is setting your status. If it's gone cold, then you might want to go to your active and just say it's expired or something, and write down notes or something. I wish there was another one that said cold, something cold, but you could say expired or terminated or rejected, but withdrawn. But one thing, what I get into as the broker is I go up here to my broker dashboard, and when I go to my broker dashboard, then it brings up not just my stuff, but all your stuff, everybody's stuff. And so I see pending, active, whatever, and I can go here to my filters as the broker, and I can say the last 2 years. I can see stuff for the last 2 years, and then I can go here. So if I want to just go to things that have been withdrawn, I can click that, apply, and look, there's 3 things that are marked withdrawn. And so these are things that ways you can help me and help yourself. And so new, active, pending. And we can go to leased. Let's see, do we have any leased and rented anywhere in the last 2 years? And it says 1. Yeah, we had 1 deal out there that was actually ended up being leased. Went from a listing, and he had it overpriced, and the house was just not good construction. Ended up leasing the house. And farm and ranch, vacant land, we can just look up the commercial deals that we've done, apply the filters, and bingo, there's commercial deals. So you kind of see how the filters can work to our advantage. We can look up all the vacant land and all. So we can say this, and I'm going to put it back to new, active, and pending. That kind of catches the things that are going on nowadays. So anyway, as you guys look at that and kind of organize your form simplicity, it'd really help if you go through on this status and kind of set your status, and that'll kind of clean up my mess as well. So on the I'm going to show you also that as we get into more of these transactions, you can go to this search and just find just about anything if you're looking. So training, I typed in training, it took me right to 2022 Training Avenue, and I can find I can go to these your transactions, my transactions, quickly by typing in the street name. I can be right on top of it just real quick. So, one of the things is that I'm working on is this broker review with you guys. I've got a review checklist here, and it's just a broker review checklist under contract residential. So when it goes under contract, I'm trying to get to the point to where I drop this into your transaction, and then you fill in the blanks. So like if there's a referral agreement, it's not required, but it's definitely something going on. You click on that, and it would normally give a list of contracts you've got in there. So if you've got a buyer's agreement, you would go in here and you would click that, and you would put the buyer's agreement. It also gives you the option, if the buyer's agreement is, let's say, is on your hard drive, you can click here and just upload a file from your device. So you can do that. Go to downloads. There's an agency agreement. Let's just grab that real quick. And we can do that. Select the checklist item. Click that right there, and we could even write a note and add the file. So now it just added it here right off my hard drive. The whole idea is with this broker, sorry, my ham radio is making a little noise. With this broker checklist is, especially the red items, is that now the seller property disclosure, we've got sections 1 through 3, and then we come back short time later, 3 days after the contract is this is done right at the beginning, sections 1 through 3. Immediately when you sign real estate contracts, you get the SPD signed, sections 1, 2, and 3. This is the property disclosure. And then 3 days after the contract, you're required by the contract to have the SPD then signed again. Well, there's a section where you can upload it. And then the seller property disclosure, for instance, comes back a third time right at closing. And as we get down here to the closing, did I miss it? It's updated or acknowledged here, right here, 3 days before the closing. So you got the SPD signed at the time of contract. You got this, and then 3 days after the contract, and then here's the SPD 3 days before closing, the last section. So got these things. That hadn't changed a lot. So this is kind of the idea, is as you get things signed, this kind of gets you can click on this and you can do that. You can also click on the little icon here and write yourself a note, or it's a note that you and I can see. MLS sheet sold. This is where you would download the MLS sheet, print the PDF, and then upload it into your, you can go here and it's on your hard drive. You can click here and put it right up into the Form Simplicity, into this MLS sheet sold. Now that's very important, but let's look back up here. Let me tell you why it's very important to do the MLS sheet at the very beginning. The reason up here is when you sign a real estate contract and things are starting out, when you first see it and all, it's important for you to download the MLS sheet at that time. And then upload it here. Do you know why? The reason is because sometimes agents and brokers, they may have a bonus, they may have a B beside the number. They may have 2.4% B, 2.4 B. That means you're going to get paid 2.4% plus a bonus. Well, you print it out. As soon as you see it, you get a print or a download, then you upload it here, because sometimes they go in there and they're a little sneaky and they'll take the B off the MLS for the bonus, or they'll change it from 2.4 to 2. Several times few times I've seen where it changed. And I had the first MLS, and I challenged it, and they're like, oh, man, we have no idea how that happened. Sure, we'll honor that 2.4%, and there is a $500 bonus. I just don't know how that, the MLS must have just taken that out of there. Some mystery. So you can you verify at the beginning the MLS, what you're going to get paid, and then when the deal is all done, then the thing I do, this is part of my record keeping, is the MLS sheet sold. Then it also then gets uploaded into here. So this is this review checklist, broker review, and you can click here and go back into the training, back into your thing, your transaction. So this broker review, this checklist, is definitely something you can interact with, fill in the blank, and it kind of helps you fill in and know what you need to get done and what's next. So anyway, with that, I'll let you go. I know you don't want me to tie up your time too far, so I'll make this as short and sweet as I can. So anyway, y'all take care, and God bless you. And listen, litigation and complaints are in an all-time high. In the last 2 years, Arkansas Real Estate Commission is just rolling their eyes at how much is coming in. So far, we're good. So far, our company is good. I've gotten nervous a few times in the last year. Several times I've kind of sweated out a deal. But you know, even though we get the deal closed, I think they have, like, in a lot of cases, 2 years to come back and file a complaint. So make sure you've got your, you do everything right, and especially do not on social media or anywhere do anything that would be considered fair housing violations or anything of the like. That could be disastrous, not just for you, but for the principal broker, the whole company. You could bring down the whole house with fair housing violations. And so anyway, there you go. All right, guys, let me see how I can figure out how to turn this off, and we'll talk to you later. Take care. God bless. Talk to you soon.